Hey guys, it's Rachel again, and in this tutorial, I'll show you how to create a duotone artwork using the Color Therapy app. This is a good practice in working with tones, since you have to create your highlights from the lightest color and your lowlights from the darkest color. I'll show you how to accomplish this, then you can apply it with any colors. Okay, so here's my inspiration. So you can see that the bright green is the highlights, and the purplish color is going to be all the shadows. So we're going to try to reproduce the same thing. Under shades in the purple palette, I'm going to choose the third purple on the top, and I'll choose a solid version as well as a gradient version. And then scroll over to the turquoise palette and also grab a gradient as well as solid bright turquoise color. I'm going to start off with tapping to fill in the background with the gradient turquoise. So I'm going to set it with the darker part of the gradient at the bottom. And then I'm going to tap to fill in the hair with a radial gradient so that it's lighter in the middle. I'm also going to tap in the eyebrows with that purple, as well as the irises of the eyes. And then I'm going to tap to fill in the jacket with purple and make the stripes purple every other one. Do the same thing with the green in the other stripe section. And for the face, set the gradient turquoise so that it is lighter on the left side and it gets darker on the right side. And apply that to the face, the neck, and everything else. The eyeballs, just make that a solid green. And the pupils can be a purple as well. Your next step, and what will inform you where to put your highlights and shadows, is to decide where your light source is coming from. So for this image, I want the light source to be coming from the left side, shining on the guy's face. So that will tell me that all of my shadows will be on the right side. So I'm going to use the airbrush with varying sizes and opacities. And then I'll use the smear tool to blend it all in really well. So you always want to start from light to dark. So start off with your lightest shadows and work up to your darkest shadows. So I'm going to start off with the opacity at 10%. And the size at about 60%. Make sure that coloring inside the lines mode is set to on. And then I'm just going to begin to add some shadows into the face here and under the neck as well. So you want to imagine that the bright green is going to be your whitest, brightest highlights. And the dark purple is going to be your darkest, blackest low light. So what you want to do is really work for those mid-tones in between. So I'm trying to imagine his bone structure. So I'm just kind of shading where I think his jawbone is, underneath his chin, on the right side of his nose, under the chin, along the jawline. Then once you feel pretty good about those first layers of shadows, you can raise the opacity and lower the size and start to add in more detailed shadows. Remember, if your shadows get too dark, then you can go back in and just add some of that light turquoise. You can also use that as your highlight. Remember that your harshest highlights are going to be on the tip of the nose, the far left side of the face, and the lips. Finish by removing the lines. Try this with other tones such as bright pink and dark green, bright orange and navy, or yellow and deep purple, which are complementary hues. If you'd like to see more tutorials like this, don't forget to subscribe to the Color Therapy YouTube channel so you don't miss any new tutorial videos. Thanks for watching our tutorial. You can get the Color Therapy app for free on the App Store.